Okay, welcome to today's class MU. My name is Meg. I will be guiding you through your practice. Today's class is going to be a yin hips, really emphasizing outer hip mobility. So just to start, come onto your back. You may want blocks for today's practice, otherwise come on down. As you come onto your back, I just want you to bend your knees. And then bring them just comfortably underneath your knees. Bring those heels closer in. And I want you to feel like you can press into your heels, lengthen out your tailbone, and then lower it all the way down. Take both your hands to your belly, and we're just going to work a simple belly breath here today. So as you settle the weight of your thigh bones into your hips, take your breath right into your palms. Full exhalation. And just take the next few breaths to become familiar with this sense. Really emphasize full expansion of your belly. Relax your glutes, your lower back. Now, what you're going to do at the top and bottom of your breath is I want you to find the smallest bit of retention. Just pause. And then inhale. Pause. Exhale completely. Pause at the bottom. Slowly inhale. Pause at the top. Slowly exhale. Pause at the bottom. Inhale. Pause at the top. Exhale. Pause at the bottom. Keep going for about 5 more cycles. Just notice that 3 to 5 second pause in between each breath. Last one. Allow your breath to return to its natural ease. And if your eyes are closed, blink them open. Heel to your feet wide to the outer edges of your mat. Then open your arms up nice and wide to cactus or a T. Then nice and slow, we're just going to flush the knees left and right with your breath. I know we don't normally move this much in yin, but I think just a little bit of wiggling out, small movement before stillness can be very beneficial. And the next time both knees fall to the right, simply relax them there. Again, keep your feet nice and wide. Now, really try to work your inner left thigh bone down towards the ground. And then drive this left hip crease up. Lay the left rib heavy. And just feel the weight of your head relax back. Allow these first few breaths to drop you to the more subtle layers of your muscular tissues, your ligaments. Just begin to become more aware of how your body is being held today. Now, if it feels okay for you, you're going to heel toe that right foot in, pick up the right ankle and cross it up and over your outer left thigh. Now, if that pulls too much on the left knee, flex your left toes or ease off the amount of pressure that the right leg is applying. You really want to feel this pull through the outer hip there. Get into the TFL, get into your VL. Those muscles that love to just grip onto that IT band. So right here, just notice if you have shortened your breath. I want you to deepen it as if you could expand into that left hip pocket. Slower than you like, gently unhook your right foot. Lift your knees back up through to center. And then pause, just reset your tailbone, maybe wiggle out any way that feels intuitive to you. And let's hit the other side as you lower knees to the left. Again, feet are nice and wide. Upper body's fully relaxed. And then just see if you can fully surrender the weight of your legs. Unclench through your glutes, your belly. Just feeling relaxed and at ease in your space. Letting go of the excess noise. Releasing the to-do list from your mind. If it's available, go ahead, inch that left heel in and then maybe hook it up and over the right thigh. And allow that to weigh the inner thigh bone down. Really nourish your breath into that right side body. Feel it expand down to your right knee. And at any point in time, if this sensation becomes too much or you've broached that edge, you're now only going into discomfort and pain, ask yourself, is this serving? And if not, pull back. I will never ever ask you to go to a place of pain, but I will ask you to explore discomfort, to ride that edge. Slower than you like, gently unhook your left heel. Slowly lift knees through to center. And heel toe your feet back in. Reset your hips to your lower back. And then from here, once again, I want you to bring the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall open nice and wide. Now, I want you to engage and push your feet into one another. Feel the activation through your pelvic floor, through your glutes. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, fully relax, surrender. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, press feet into one another. Exhale, relax, let it go. Last time. Exhale, empty. You can place your arms wherever is most comfortable to you. I'm going to toss my head above my head for greater shoulder opening. Now, if this is too expansive through your inner thighs across the groin, you're more than welcome to place blocks or pillows underneath your outer thighs. We're going to be here for about 20 breaths, so just see what you can let go of in the next few moments. Close your eyes, you relax your jaw. And just notice if you are gripping anywhere in your body. And becoming more aware of where you might be holding, see if you can soften these spaces. If your thoughts have left this space, call them back. Just allow yourself to stay present with sensation. See if you can humble your experience, inviting an air of gentility to it. Letting go of expectations, letting go of judgments, and just remaining here on purpose. We have 5 more breaths. Bring your palms back down to your thighs. Use your hands to slowly lift your knees through to center. And then let's just flush those knees side to side, just like we did in the beginning. And just notice a change, any difference in your body. Maybe you feel more open. You feel like there's a little bit more space. Lift your knees back up through to center. Plant your heels just in front of your hips. Now, from here, I want you to press into your heels, pick up your hips, take them all the way up and over to the left edge of your mat. Now, we're not rolling onto the right hip. That left hip's not coming up. You're keeping it anchored and down. Now working into half moon pose, working into banana asana, essentially we're taking the shape of a banana, that curve. You're going to lengthen your heels towards the bottom right-hand corner of your mat. Now reaching arms above your head, lengthen up and out through that left side body, and begin to reach hands for the top right-hand corner of your mat. Now you're more than welcome to stay here and drop the weight of your body into this side body shape, or you can pick up that left heel and then cross it with a straight, strong leg, flexing out through the heel as you push the hips down. You should feel that humongous pull there. Now, as you drop the weight of your shoulders, drop the weight of your glutes, and just begin to let gravity peel those connective tissues open. Might feel good to draw your gaze to the right. And just let your tongue lull into that side of your mouth. Recalibrate with your breath. Notice what it feels like to give yourself permission to slow down. Tap into what begins to simmer, to what arises, what inner whisperings or conversations can be had there. Again, if this bind for the arms is too much, just place the arms anywhere that's most comfortable and serving to you today. We have 10 more breaths. Slower than you like, you're going to unhook that heel. Ooh, sometimes the biggest grab is when you release. Gently draw back through to center. Just take a moment to pause and just reset. Might feel that rush of blood flow running down your legs. That pranic energy as it shifts in your limbs. Let's bend those knees. Let's take your hips to the far right-hand side of your mat. Again, anchor the right hip down. Draw heels long to the bottom left-hand corner of your mat. Reach head, neck, and shoulders up and over to the top left. Now growing as long as you can through your spine. Inhale. And then exhale, settle. So again, you're more than welcome to stay here. But if it feels okay, go ahead, hook that right heel on top of your left ankle. Again, flexing the feet. Make sure they're not going to slip and slide away. And again, maybe drawing your gaze to the left, as long as that feels good for you. And just coming back to that awareness of sensation. Can you just feel the spaces in your body that are beginning to peel open and awaken? Can you think of a time when you last paid attention to these spaces? And if you can't, that's okay. Just drop into awareness right here, right now. Notice if you've shortened your breath. You have 10 more breaths left. Ever so gently, begin to release. Find center once more on your mat, and then bend your knees. Re-lengthen your spine. And then what I want you to do is with bent knees, make sure your heels are in line with your hips. Just slide your feet about halfway down your mat. Keep your feet flat. And then without having the knees fall in or out, just keep them in line with the hips. Take both hands to your lower belly, right in between those hip bones. Begin to deepen your breath there. When I say deepen your breath, feel that expansion into your palms. It's a very subtle feeling of opening up through the lower back. We're innervating those hip flexors right now and just letting the thigh bones sit heavier into the back of your pelvis. And some of you at home may not feel this at all, and that's okay. Just breathe and stay with shape. And some of us might feel that slight dull ache or a gentle pull through your lower spine. And all we're doing is just creating that expansion with breath. Last cycle of breath. Beautiful. Slide your feet back in. We're going to work into Supta Gomukhasana, my friends. So cross your right thigh bone all the way up and over your left. Square your hips and anchor your tailbone down. Now, hugging your inner thigh bones nice and tight, you're going to wrap both hands for the underside of your left thigh. Now, automatically notice if your pelvis is shifted. If it has, adjust, reset, anchor tailbone. And then from here, with thigh bones crossed tightly, begin to draw your right knee in towards the center line of your chest. Good. Now, this is stop number 1. A lot of us are going to be really happy here at stop 1. If you're like, Meg, I don't feel anything, let's progress a little further. Flex your feet in, and then begin to wrap your hands for the undersides of your calves, splaying the feet wider apart, stop number 2. If If you're like, ooh, this is great, but I can go further, stop number 3 or 4 is either ankles or grabbing for heels and then shrugging your shoulders down, flattening out your lower spine. Now you should feel that ginormous pull through the outer hips, preferably the right, but you could probably feel it in the left. And even just seesaw a little bit side to side. Find that center point again. And then hang in there. Deepen your breath. We have 10 full belly breaths here. And again, if you go to a stop that is not for you, you can always back off and reset. Keep your feet flexed to avoid any ankle sickling. And then keep feeling like you're pushing your heels apart. It's like you're trying to push them past the long edges of your mat. Relax your shoulders, your chest. Last few cycles of breath. As you exhale, gently slide the heels in and then release, unraveling your legs. Stick the legs up to the ceiling and give them a little wiggle, little shake. Ooh, let go of any of that buildup, that tension. Big breath in. Sigh it out. Pat those heels. And let's work right into the other side this time. Left leg over top right. Now, nice and slow, stop number 1, squaring hips, wrap hands for the underside of your right thigh bone. Now again, you're using the knees to ply each other in towards the center line of your chest. Now, don't let the hips shift up or down, keep them parallel, keep your sit bones pressing towards the mat. Now, feel free to stay here and stop number 1, stop number 2, or progressing for 3 or 4, going for ankles or heels, outer edges of feet. Now, seesaw a little bit left and right wherever you're at. Just let your lower back adjust and mold to this shape. And then find that stillness at center. Now shrug your shoulders down as you exhale and sigh into a little bit of surrender, a bit of ease. Deepen your breath right into your lower belly. Last 5 breaths. As you exhale, gently release. Uncross those legs. Hug your knees in. Give yourself a big squeeze. Maybe roll left, roll right. I'm going to ask you to roll up to your seat and come onto all fours. How are you doing, friends? Hopefully we're still here. So from all fours, we're going to work into pigeon. So you may or may not want your blocks for this one, or pillows or towels at home. What you're going to do is from all fours, slide your right knee in forward to your right wrist. Angle that shin bone to any degree between your left hip and your left wrist. Now, flex the right toes back. Create some structural integrity to hold that right knee. Now, tuck those left toes into your left thigh bone back any amount. The idea here is to get that sensation, that peel open of the piriformis muscle deep in that right glute. It's a big external rotator. It does a lot of amazing, wonderful work for us. Now, pull your hips into alignment, right hip back, left hip forward, and then draw space up your spine. Growing as long as you can, slowly begin to bow forward with gravity, then coming down to a place of rest, a place of ease. So if you're up here and you're like, my hips can't actually relax in this shape, what you're going to do is grab a block, a pillow, a towel, shove it right underneath that right butt cheek or right thigh. Let your body fully relax onto that block or towel or pillow, and then bow forward again, coming to forearms, bolster, blocks. I'm going to stack a block under my forehead and just find space to drop out of the shoulders and relax your belly. Now we're going to be here for some time, so do your absolute best to find some comfort, some ease within that discomfort. And because we're digging into our pelvis, you might notice that your jaw wants to grab as well, so see if you can relax that joint. If you're like, I still don't feel anything, go ahead, sink yourself a little deeper, or even adjust the shape of that front shin bone. I want you to give yourself a chance to let something go over the next 10 breaths. Take one more breath. Slowly rise up. And then what you're going to do is press yourself back to all fours. Go ahead and extend that right leg all the way back. Stretch it out. Pull the crown forward, breathe in, and then release. Good. Bring your knees together, bring your inner ankle bones together, and with your hands planted firmly underneath your shoulders, you're going to tick-tock your hips side to side. Almost like you're massaging the femur heads in their hip sockets. Good. The hips might reach down all the way to the ground. They might not. That's okay. Just keep a tall chest and think about creating more space from that hip bone up to your ribs. Good. Come back through to center. Other side. Bring that left knee in. Angle your left shin bone to any degree. And then inch back. Yeah, finding your pigeon variation. Now, again, either flexing that front left foot or pointing it like a dancer, really pointing out through those toes, just keeping a line from knee through the ankle bone. Squaring hips, you might place a block underneath that glute or thigh. Grow tall, my friends. Breathe in. Sweetly bow forward. Find space to support your limbs to land. You don't want to be bracing or holding your upper body with all your might here, so allow yourself to be supported by blocks and props, pillows and towels or blankets at home. And then settle in with breath. Settle in with sensation. Continue to draw left hip back, right hip forward. Last 5 breaths. Slowly guide yourself back up. Take your time to press back to all fours. And then extend that left leg straight and strong behind you. Reach it out. Grow longer through your back body. And then place it down. So once again, we're going to come onto our backs. You might want your Shavasana blankets or pillows close by at home. As you come on down to your spine, bring your knees into your chest. As you draw knees in, press your sit bones down towards the now front edge of your mat. Drop your shoulders to your back body as you feel your lower back beginning to slightly arc up, just enough that you could slide a piece of paper there. Deepen your breath so your belly button reaches up for your thighs. And then wing your knees nice and wide to your outer shoulder creases when relieving pose. Push your sit bones once again forward as you draw your thigh bones back. And again, do your best to maintain that very subtle neutral lower back. It's not flush with the mat, it's slightly arching. And then hitting into our last pose, happy baby. Stack your heels above your knees. Knees are wider than shoulders. Grab for calves, for ankles. If you have the space, go ahead, reach all the way up for the inner outer edges of your feet. Now with your inhale, curl your tailbone up, reach the lower back down. Exhale, push your sit bones down and compress the knees down to the ground outside your shoulders. Good. Holding here, take your breath deeper into your belly. Feels if you could drive the heels straight down over top the knees with each breath. And just breathe into space. Last 5 breaths. Saturate your whole body with an inhale. Exhale, gently release your legs. Stretch them out as you take up lots of space. Open the arms beside you. Take any last fidgets, any last wiggles. Take a big cleansing breath in. Hold at the top. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it. Empty out. Press it all out. Return to the easy rhythm of your breath. Let everything go and just let it drop heavy towards the ground. Fully relax every muscle away from your bones.
My brain is porcelain.
Relax your jaw as you softly part your lips. iron out the creases around your eyelids.
Like wine and lilac, betrothed in
Give yourself a chance to release anything that is no longer serving you. Allow each breath like a chance to let it go from your body and your mind.
without you.
Begin to breathe in light. Let it sip in through your nose and slowly spread over your entire body.
My brain is porcelain.
And as you feel bathed in this light, begin to feel a sense of warmth, a sense of comfort and gratitude.
Circumstance, I break at seal's first glance.
Hold that sense of gratitude tight, as it is the seed to joy, and slowly deepen your breath. Roll ankles and wrists, and cherishing this moment of ease, of comfort. Let's make our way up to a comfortable seat.
And braid my muzzled hair. You rip my heart.
Sitting in this present moment, humble belly and shoulders, and feel lighter than once we began. Draw hands through to heart center as you humble your chin. The light within me honors and recognizes that beautiful divine universe that sits within each and every one of you. From my tender heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much, MU Virtue. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, whatever it may bring. Take care of yourself, my friends.